What's up, moviegoers? It's Luke Ronskin, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be doing the Promising Young Woman movie review, so let's get started. Nothing in Cassie's life is what it appears to be. She's wickedly smart, tantalizing cunning, and she's living a secret double life by night. Now an unexpected encounter is about to give Cassie a chance to right the wrongs from the past. Okay guys, so the director of this movie is Emerald Fennell. She directed movies like The Danish Girl back in 2015. Okay guys, so I recently saw this movie about 3 days ago. I believe maybe over this past weekend. And I gotta say guys, this movie was such a phenomenal movie with remarkable performance by Carey Mulligan and Bo Burnham. Okay guys, but anyways, I saw this movie over this past weekend, and I gotta say guys, this movie was phenomenal. I believe this is a indie movie. This movie came out on VOD, video on demand. I saw it on Vudu, and I gotta say guys, this movie was just fantastic. The performances by these amazing cast members are just stunning. The cinematography in this movie was just absolutely, dazzling. We also have some, hidden cameo cast in this movie. You may know Christopher Mintz. He was in Superbad. And then we also have Jennifer Coolidge, who plays Cassie's mom. You may know her from the movie Legally Blonde, Legally Blonde 2, and other movies. And then we got Max Greenfield. You may know him from the amazing show New Girl. Now, I will say this about this movie. If you're not the type of person who watches indie movies and, movies that don't really, come out in the theaters, this movie does have a little bit of a dark side. This movie is about a woman who is still trying to recover from her past. Back in college, her friend was sexually assaulted back in college. So this young woman named Cassie is, getting revenge on all these men. She's going to bars, pretending to be drunk, to make these men, feel guilty about how they, just take women to their dorms and do all types of bad stuff. So she's pretending to be drunk, and she's trying to make them feel, humiliated, and make them feel, like beat. Now, there are some movies that I would probably say that are kind of connected, but kind of have like the same, feel to it. There is this one movie that is kind of like this, but it has a different plot to it, but the movie is called Thoroughbreds, and I gotta say guys, that movie is extremely dark, and I gotta say, if you're not a fan of dark movies, or, plot twist, dark movies, then this movie probably isn't for you. This movie does have a humongous plot twist at the end of the movie, but I'm not gonna, spoil it for anyone, but if you're not a fan of, dark endings or, any of that, then this movie probably isn't for you. I know, after watching the trailer for this movie, I was like, this actually looks pretty good. And I thought to myself, this looks like a really good movie to go see. I saw this movie a couple days ago, and you guys, I was not expecting like all of this stuff to be happening in this one movie. It was super, super dark to watch. It was disturbing. But at the same time, you have to look at it from a different point of view. And I gotta say, this movie was pretty entertaining. It had an amazing plot. The cast in this movie was just phenomenal. This movie does have a really good cast with all these, cast members that were in famous shows and movies. But this movie is disturbing, so if you're not a fan of disturbing movies, don't watch it. But if you want, a good revenge movie, and I gotta say, guys, revenge movies are just my favorite movies of all time, then this movie is definitely for you. As you know, if you've seen the trailer, her friend was sexually assaulted, so she's getting revenge on all these men. And I gotta say, guys, this is actually a really good revenge movie to watch. And I think this movie does have, maybe, I don't know, but I think this movie has a good message behind it. I don't know. But I know they were trying to tell something about this movie. I just couldn't figure it out. But like I said, this movie's not for everyone. But I will say the cinematography, there's a little bit of romance in this movie. If you're a fan of, romance movies and all that, then this movie's for you. Another thing about this movie that makes this movie, really stand out is the cast member, Carey Mulligan, who stars as this woman named Cassie. She's still overcoming the trauma that her friend had, who, died back in college because she was sexually assaulted. But Cassie is, really trying to overcome this trauma that she had. She's getting revenge on all these men. And I gotta say, guys, watching, all this, emotional and trauma, happening to this one character, it kind of makes you kind of intrigued, and, it makes you, feel bad for this character, which I think this movie did really well with. Now, I will say this movie can be a little bit slow at times, but then this movie picks up, although this movie can get extremely dark real fast, with this whole, revenge, story, happening in this movie. But if I'm going to rate this movie, guys, I'm going to give this movie 4 stars. This movie is entertaining, can be disturbing, it's dark, it has a great cast, and the director did an amazing job on the cinematography in this movie. The plot makes sense. It makes up for a really good revenge movie if you're a fan of revenge movies. But I gotta say, this movie did, an amazing job. But yeah. Alright guys, well if you're new to my channel, don't forget to like, comment, and hit that subscribe button. And I will see you guys in the next movie review. Bye.